Finland reportedly denies agreements to extradite Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. As of January 31, 2025, Simon Ekpa, a Nigerian Finnish citizen and prominent figure in the Biafra separatist movement, remains in Finland. In November 2024, Finnish authorities detained Simon Ekpa and 4 others in connection with violence in southeastern Nigeria. The Finnish National Bureau of Investigation suspects that Simon Ekpa used social media to incite violence against civilians and public authorities in Nigeria. The Nigerian government has been actively seeking Simon Ekpa's extradition to face charges related to terrorism and secessionist activities. In March 2024, the Nigerian Defense Headquarters declared Simon Ekpa and 96 others wanted for terrorism, kidnapping and other crimes. In August 2024, the Nigerian government announced it was engaging with the European Union to facilitate Simon Ekpa's extradition. However, the extradition process is complex. As a Finnish citizen, Simon Ekpa is entitled to legal protections under Finnish law. Finland's extradition policies, especially concerning its own citizens, involve thorough legal procedures and considerations of human rights implications. As of now, there is no confirmation that Finland has agreed to extradite Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. You won't believe the drama that's been unfolding between Finland and Nigeria over Simon Ekpa. It's one of those political stories that just keeps taking twists and turns, leaving everyone wondering what's going to happen next. So, sit back, relax, and let me tell you all about it in a way that makes sense without all the confusing legal and political jargon. To start, let's talk about who Simon Ekpa is. If you don't already know, Simon Ekpa is a Nigerian Finnish citizen, which means he has ties to both Nigeria and Finland. He's not just any regular person either. He's a key figure in the Biafra separatist movement. If you're not familiar with the Biafra movement, it's a long-standing struggle by a group of people in southeastern Nigeria who want to form their own independent nation called Biafra. The movement goes way back to the 1960s when there was a civil war in Nigeria over the issue. Even though that war ended, the desire for Biafra's independence never completely went away. Over the years, different leaders have taken up the cause, and right now, Simon Ekpa is one of the most vocal people pushing for it. Simon Ekpa isn't just talking about Biafra in private or among small groups. He has a huge online presence and uses social media to spread his message. And that's where the trouble really started. Nigerian authorities believe that Simon Ekpa is using his online influence to incite violence in southeastern Nigeria. They claim that his words have led to attacks on civilians, government officials, and security forces. Because of this, they've been trying for a long time to bring him back to Nigeria to face charges. But as you can imagine, it's not that simple. Now let's go back to what happened in November 2024. That was when Finnish authorities detained Simon Ekpa along with 4 other people. This was a big deal because up until that point, it seemed like Finland wasn't really taking action against Simon Ekpa, even though the Nigerian government had been demanding his extradition for months. But when Finnish law enforcement stepped in and took him into custody, it felt like something was finally moving in Nigeria's favor. The Finnish National Bureau of Investigation, which is basically Finland's top investigative police unit, suspected that Simon Ekpa was using social media to encourage attacks in Nigeria. You see, Finland has very strict laws about hate speech, inciting violence, and using their country as a base for criminal activities elsewhere. If Simon Ekpa was found guilty of breaking any Finnish laws, Finland could take action against him within their own legal system. But here's where things got tricky. Even though Finland detained Simon Ekpa, there was never any clear agreement that they would send him back to Nigeria. Now let's talk about why Nigeria wants Simon Ekpa so badly. In March 2024, the Nigerian Defense Headquarters released a list of people they declared wanted for terrorism, kidnapping and other crimes. Simon Ekpa's name was right there on that list along with 96 others. The Nigerian government accused him of being behind a wave of violence that had swept through the southeastern part of the country. In August 2024, Nigeria took things a step further by announcing that they were working with the European Union to get Simon Ekpa extradited. But here's the problem. Extradition is never simple, especially when the person being requested is a citizen of the country being asked to extradite them. Simon Ekpa is a Finnish citizen, and Finland has very strong legal protections for its citizens. Even if someone is accused of serious crimes in another country, Finland won't just hand them over without a long, complicated legal process. There are international human rights laws, Finland's own legal system, and the question of whether Simon Ekpa would get a fair trial in Nigeria. Fast forward to January 31st, 2025, and the situation remains just as uncertain as ever. Finland has not officially agreed to extradite Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. Despite all the back-and-forth discussions, diplomatic efforts and legal arguments, Simon Ekpa is still in Finland. Some reports surfaced recently claiming that Finland had finally decided to send him back, but those reports don't seem to be confirmed by any official sources. At this point, you might be wondering, why would Finland hesitate to send Simon Ekpa back if Nigeria has so much evidence against him? Well, there are several reasons. First, Finland has to consider Simon Ekpa's rights as a Finnish citizen. Even if Nigeria insists that he's guilty, Finland won't just take their word for it. They need to make sure that any accusations against him are backed by solid evidence. Second, Finland has to think about human rights. If there's any risk that Simon Ekpa could face torture, unfair treatment, or even the death penalty in Nigeria, Finland might refuse to extradite him based on human rights concerns. This is where the relationship between Nigeria and Finland comes into play. Nigeria has been trying to convince Finland that extraditing Simon Ekpa is the right thing to do, but Finland is walking a fine line. They don't want to damage their diplomatic relationship with Nigeria, but they also don't want to break their own legal principles. Meanwhile, Simon Ekpa's supporters are standing firmly by him. Many people who believe in the Biafra movement see Simon Ekpa as a freedom fighter, not a criminal. They argue that he's simply using his voice to advocate for his people's right to self-determination. On the other hand, the Nigerian government sees him as a dangerous agitator who is fueling violence and instability. As this situation drags on, people are getting more and more frustrated. Some Nigerians feel that their government isn't doing enough to bring Simon Ekpa to justice, while others feel that the whole thing is just a distraction from bigger issues. Meanwhile, in Finland, some people are questioning why their government is even involved in this matter at all. After all, if Simon Ekpa is committing crimes in Nigeria, shouldn't Nigeria be the one to handle it? So where does this leave us? Right now, we're stuck in a waiting game. Will Finland eventually agree to extradite Simon Ekpa? Will Nigeria find another way to bring him to justice? Or will Simon Ekpa continue to live freely in Finland while the Nigerian government keeps pushing for his return? No one knows for sure. What we do know is that this isn't just about one man. It's about international law, human rights, politics, and the struggle for power. Whether you see Simon Ekpa as a hero or a villain, there's no denying that his case has captured the world's attention. One thing is certain, this story isn't over yet. Whatever happens next could have major consequences not just for Simon Ekpa, but for Nigeria, Finland, and even other countries watching to see how this all plays out. So for now, all we can do is keep our eyes on the news and wait for the next twist in this unfolding drama. As we sit here waiting for the next development in this tangled story, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Because honestly, this isn't just about Simon Ekpa, Nigeria, or Finland. It's about how the world handles situations like this, where politics, crime, and human rights all collide in a messy, unpredictable way. Think about it for a second. If Simon Ekpa were just an ordinary man living his life quietly in Finland, none of this would be happening. But because he has a massive platform and is deeply involved in a movement that challenges the Nigerian government, his actions have real-world consequences. This is the power of modern technology. Someone sitting thousands of miles away can influence events in another country without ever stepping foot there. And that's exactly why Nigeria is so desperate to bring Simon Ekpa back. The government believes that his words, his speeches, his social media posts, his calls for action are directly leading to violence in the southeastern part of Nigeria. They say that attacks on police officers, soldiers, and even civilians can be traced back to the influence of his messages. Now, whether or not that's true is something for the courts to decide, but it's clear that Nigeria sees him as a serious threat. But here's where things get complicated. If Finland does decide to extradite Simon Ekpa, what kind of trial would he face in Nigeria? That's the question many human rights organizations are asking. You see, Nigeria has a long history of cracking down hard on people it considers enemies of the state. And while some argue that Simon Ekpa is indeed guilty of inciting violence, others believe that he would never get a fair trial in Nigeria. This is a huge reason why Finland hasn't immediately agreed to extradite him. Finland is a country that prides itself on upholding human rights, democracy, and the rule of law. They can't just hand over one of their citizens to a government that might not give him a fair shot in court. If Nigeria wants Simon Ekpa back, they have to prove that he won't be tortured, that he won't be unfairly punished, and that he will have access to a proper legal defense. But Nigeria is frustrated. To them, Simon Ekpa is a criminal who is hiding behind his Finnish citizenship to escape justice. Nigerian authorities have argued that if Finland truly cares about stopping violence, they should cooperate fully in getting Simon Ekpa extradited. After all, if someone in Finland was accused of inciting violence in another country, wouldn't the Finnish government want to take action? It's a tough situation. Finland has to balance its commitment to human rights with its relationship with Nigeria. If they refuse to extradite Simon Ekpa, it could harm diplomatic ties between the two nations. But if they agree to send him back without ensuring his rights are protected, Finland could be seen as violating its own principles. Meanwhile, Simon Ekpa himself is not staying quiet. He continues to speak out, to rally support for the Biafra cause, and to insist that he is being targeted unfairly. His followers believe he is being persecuted for simply standing up for what he believes in. And honestly, this is one of those stories where perspectives matter. If you support the Biafra movement, you might see Simon Ekpa as a hero. If you support the Nigerian government, you might see him as a dangerous agitator. If you're in Finland, you might wonder why your country is even involved in all of this in the first place. And let's not forget the people caught in the middle, ordinary Nigerians who just want peace. For them, all this political drama doesn't matter as much as the fact that violence continues in the southeast. Whether it's because of Simon Ekpa's influence or deeper political issues, people are still suffering. Families are losing loved ones. Businesses are being destroyed. The region is struggling with instability. And in the midst of all this, the question remains, will Simon Ekpa ever be held accountable for his alleged role in the violence? Or will he remain in Finland untouchable? Another factor at play here is how other countries are watching this situation unfold. Nigeria isn't the only country that deals with separatist movements, political activists, and citizens using foreign lands to challenge their governments. What happens with Simon Ekpa could set a precedent. If Finland decides to extradite him, it might encourage other countries to demand the return of political activists living abroad. If Finland refuses, it could send a message that people can use foreign nations as safe havens to avoid prosecution. And then there's the question of what happens if Simon Ekpa is never extradited. Would Nigeria find another way to bring him to justice? Would they try to work with Finland to prosecute him there instead? Would they give up and shift their focus elsewhere? These are the unknowns that make this case so fascinating and so important. But one thing is clear, this is not going away anytime soon. The Nigerian government is not going to simply drop the case. Simon Ekpa is not going to stop speaking out. And Finland is not going to rush into a decision that could have serious legal and diplomatic consequences. So for now, we wait. We watch. We see what new developments unfold. Will Finland finally make an official statement on the extradition? Will Nigeria provide new evidence to strengthen their case? Will Simon Ekpa himself make a move that changes everything? We don't know. But whatever happens next, you can be sure it will be another twist in an already complicated and unpredictable story. And when that happens, we'll be right here, breaking it down in a way that makes sense. Because this is more than just a news headline, it's a real, unfolding drama that will shape the future of Nigeria, Finland, and international law itself. So stay tuned, because this story is far from over.
People will see something that someone used to say, that used to happen. And when that person says it, that person will go and challenge, don't you know that it is not possible? Now, many of you see these people shouting, oh, Prime Minister will join us soon. Prime Minister will join us soon. By the ending of this month, Prime Minister will join us soon. Now ask yourself, if Prime Minister will join us soon as they are saying, why are they doing everything to grab power? They are not even telling you, showing you what they are doing. It is power grabbing. Prime Minister is suffering. It's none of their business. It is power grabbing. They have brought Maria, disgraced Maria. Now they are going, oh, this is Prime Minister's father. Whosoever that introduced that man to you people as Prime Minister's father is a liar. Even in Finland convention, I watched the man's speech. The man said he knew Prime Minister 2 years ago. 2 years ago. How can someone that you knew 2 years ago and you have spent most of your life in Finland and you just saw somebody 2 years ago, the person becomes your father? It is a pure scam which have been strategized. Now let me tell you people, because you people hardly believe something. The Finnish authorities, as of this news that come out, because when I tell you people that I foresee danger, just as I told you people when it was happening during Mazen Namdekano, most of you people wrote rubbish, most of you people insulted me, most of you people talked down. Why are you saying this? I started telling you people, if you call me, I started telling you, oh no, it's just pray. I saw pray. Attack me at your own peril. Attack me at your own peril. Now let us go to this news that pops out today. Drug President of Nigeria, Nkunakpo President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the header of Ndi, on Friday in Abuja welcomed the intervention of the Finnish government with the arrest and detention of Simon Ekpa, saying that the government will not tolerate actions and statements that could lead to divisiveness among citizens. This is as the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Mrs. Sena Selin, has said that Simon Ekpa have been hindering bilateral relations. So what they mean, Finland mean now, is that they want to use Master Simon Ekpa to settle with Nigerian government because it's hindering their agreement with Nigerian government. For you people to know what is happening. Makandi, he is coming out next week. If you people are sure that Master Simon Ekpa is coming next week, you wouldn't be doing everything to grab power. You people have never been attacked by Nigerian government. And the other time, there is something that I say, whether you like it or not, anything that I tell you, prophecy here, it comes to pass. But the bad one, I used to say, pray over it. It is the stupidity of an Igbo man to attack prophecy. When you say, oh, have I told you something that doesn't happen here? Even the Trump this thing that they used to mock me, I saw Trump coming very clear. What did I tell you? The interpretation is what you will say that I don't get, but I told you what I saw. I saw Trump sitting on a throne. Behind Trump was 2025. and I look if I can envisage bidding. I saw bidding standing behind what is called an iron cage. For those of you who do not believe, bidding will be going to jail because he never pardoned himself. He pardoned everybody. Even Trump have hinted on it that he's supposed to pardon himself, so he will go to jail. Let us wait and see. I have never seen anything and it doesn't come to pass. Even when I told you, pray for this our commander, Gentle. Did you know that I saw it very clearly? In position of Gentle, they went for Baron. And you must still pray for Gentle. For those of them running propaganda, oh, he called Gentle criminal. I never called Gentle since I'm doing program here. Bad name. I never called him bad name. In fact, I have been the one telling you this and that. Defending him always. But the power grabbers, they would want to lie to you so that you call me names. What I called is those ones who are online commanders, are kidnappers, online commanders claiming to be the Biafra Liberation Army, they are kidnappers. That's what I said. Are they not kidnappers? Do you know what they did? They went to cut out where from Biafra Liberation Army are kidnappers. They went to cut that particular place out. But I said online commanders claiming to be Biafra Liberation Army are kidnappers extraordinary. Or are you not kidnappers? They went and cut out the place Biafra Liberation Army are kidnappers. Who are you fooling? You are fooling yourself. You are fooling yourself. When somebody make a clear statement, because you want to lie to your mugus, because you want to tell them lies, and they come here to resurrect, oh, you call Biafra Liberation Army kidnappers. I said, and I stand on what I said. Online, those people claiming to be commanders, staying online are kidnappers extraordinary. I said online commanders claiming to be the Biafra Liberation Army are kidnappers extraordinary. But they went and cut out Biafra Liberation Army are kidnappers. Hey, the Omumu say, oh, look at what he said. No, he called Biafra Liberation Army kidnappers. They remove online commanders. They remove claiming to be Biafra Liberation Army are kidnappers. They remove claim and leave it Biafra Liberation Army are kidnappers, so that it will appease the lies that they want to tell people. I'm not like them. I tell you the truth. And if you do not pray, most of you will wake up and see me as a Simon Ekpa in Nigeria. Those days that is one problem that I have with some people. If you claim that you're a prophet, that time, as at the time that I was releasing this prophecy, some people were still releasing prophecy. Oh, God told me, Simon Ekpa this, Simon Ekpa that. There is danger. And if you claim that you see, you must see the danger. Your God will not jump all the dangers and show you, oh, this, when you know that the person will face persecution. That's the only problem that I have with some people. They claim that to deceive our people. Oh, prophets, pray for me. You will see that prophet making a hell lot of money from you because he wants to pray. These people, Finland wants to use me as a Simon Ekpa to link up. And if you still believe Maria, you are lying to yourself. Another game, I was waiting for them because I knew that they will bring the man, the one that they call the Finnish father to Master Simon Ekpa. I know some of these people are not partakers in the atrocities. Some of them are just being deceived. Oh, Dr. Ngozi is a Nigerian agent, just as they told you. But there is something that I see about the leadership that I will not say anything about, because our people lack knowledge to understand prophecy. Dr. Ngozi is more stronger than this Nigerian agent. His Ogenkere is a Nigerian agent, whether he likes it or not. All his moves are Nigerian supported agents. All his moves. Because something that I did, I put on. My spirit took Ngozi ahead of Ogenkere. My spirit took Ngozi ahead of Ogenkere. All his moves, that time that we did not know that Prime Minister was arrested, they are already fighting about leadership. Who told them that Prime Minister is not going to return? Did they tell Prime Minister that they overthrew him a day after his disappearance? That is one thing. Now let us read and go, please. Lies and deceit will never stand in this very struggle. President Tinubu spoke when he received the letters of credence from Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Mrs. Selene, at the State House. He commended the Finnish authorities for the timely intervention that safeguarded the nation's integrity and mitigated an action that threatens peaceful coexistence. Do you understand that Mazi Simon Ekpa could have divide Nigeria if not the intervention of Finland? So Finland is a culprit into this very action. And I was very surprised. I saw Emeka Gift. Emeka Gift was writing it that President Bola Tinubu thanked Finnish authorities. Oh, it's no longer a Nigerian agent. It is now somebody that wants to divide Nigeria, because Tinubu stated it here that without Finland, Simon Ekpa could have divided Nigeria. President Tinubu also received letters of credence from the ambassador of European Union, Mr. Gota Mignot, and Ambassador of the People's Republic of Algeria, Hossein Mezoud. President Tinubu, in a statement by his spokesperson, Bayo Anonoga, was quoted as saying, "I must thank you for your record on safeguarding human rights in our country with the trial of Simon Ekpa. Nigeria is indivisible." With the trial of Mazi Simon Ekpa, Nigeria is indivisible. Now, did you see all the people that was mentioned? European Union, Algeria. All these people their hands are in what is happening in Mazi Simon Ekpa. Papa Makandina Torona say, oh, he said by next month he's coming out. He said let Ogenkere leave. If Ogenkere, Mazi Simon Ekpa is coming out next month as they are saying, why is Ogenkere doing everything to grab power? One thing that makes some of these people very useless is that once you fight me, once you fight me, you fight my spirit. You fight the spirit of the land. At the end of the day, the spirit of the land wins. Follow those who tells you lies upon lies, lies upon lies, and along the line you are going to fed up. That means you have wasted most of your years and you fed up. The same thing that happens to the Umuochicha that followed DOS. Now your DOS is now praising Nigeria. Now your DOS is now calling it Federal Republic of Nigeria, no longer zoo. Your DOS is now recognizing president. Oh, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, no longer zoo country. Now you see, that same placard that they use on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the same placard that they are using on Mazi Simon Ekpa. Bringing Ogenkere. posing, oh, he is the new leader. You people should enjoy Nigerian money while it lasts. But for a moment, I have many things that I did not release, because if I release it, many of you will get fed up along the way. If I release many things that transpired that time that I did the spiritual checking, many of you will get fed up along the way. I, Emmanuel Oreligious, knows what I'm doing. Or have I spoken to anyone about that? I don't tell anyone. It's very rare make something happen in this very struggle that I will never see it. Very, very rare. This is the same problem I had when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was around. Some people were using him to grow their followers. Oh, the Spirit of God said, I saw you bending, I saw you cornering, I saw you climbing. If you see as you climb, you will see the problem coming. Now, many of them that are prophesy, some of them have hide their face, because you cannot be boldly lying to people and claim that you are prophesying. Problems will be many. Disaster will be many in this very struggle. What I see, if I tell some of you, you will fed up in this very struggle, but I still see light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I see. Light at the end of the tunnel. They are going to come for most of us, because it's never decent. They are going to come. Most of us will wake up, you will wake up and you'll never hear about most of us anymore. Yes. Let me stop there. But before then, I don't want to touch, because let me not touch that side, because if I touch that side, many of us have the spirit of fighting what is to come. I was born with an extraordinary gift, which you can never tamper, no matter your insults. No matter your insults, they know you well. Before you can be able to tamper, you will see what I'm seeing. Tell me what I will tell. Because I have told you people, there is nothing. I have never released prophecy and it doesn't come to pass. During Trump's own, I said, if it doesn't happen, stone me to death. But I was interpreting it, even as I told you people what I saw. Some people, I have some screenshot then on that program. It's on Facebook. When people are commenting, you are wrong in what you are interpreting. What you said that you saw means that Trump will wait till 2025. He is going to assume back as president. But you know, those days are the early. The right channel, not knowing that I was misinterpreting what I saw, and that is the problem in spirituality. Now let me still come, please. President Tinubu, in a statement by his spokesman Bayo Anonoga, was quoted as saying, I must thank you for your record on safeguarding human rights in our country. With the trial of Simon Ekpa, Nigeria is indivisible. We have been through turbulent times and we don't want to promote terrorism. President Tinubu told the Finnish ambassadors, I am a child born into activism, but not divisiveness. We need cohesion, not divisiveness. Tinubu, what is divisiveness? White man made Nigeria, Tinubu. It's not divisiveness that you are lying to yourself. In Nigeria, if you said that it is one, in Nigeria, why did Peter B win you and your people rig him out? If you said you are promoting unity, on your jaw, criminal, ex-convict, you are an evil. And the God of mercy, no matter the hands that you soil in the bloods of people, you are still going to answer for your atrocities. Evil will never reign. Anywhere in life, evil can never reign. I am a man of religious. Evil will never reign over good. It doesn't happen. It have never happened and will never happen. Good will reign. I don't know if someone is understanding me. You never believed, Tinubu, this drug president of Nigeria, never believed in Nigerian unity because he consistently said that Nigeria is not united, that Nigeria will progress if they are divided. Let everyone go its own separate way. All of a sudden, you have now loved the same Nigeria. Chineke Bogo. Your people are evil, and evil will never reign in our land. You can keep on kidnapping and killing innocent people. With this, please, I have to say, you must continue to pray for Gentle, please. You must continue to pray for him. He has sacrificed a lot in this very struggle for Biafra. For those of you with lying tongues, when I tell you do something, don't do it. Continue carrying propaganda. When you then realize, and I will do something. Please, I will do something. It seems that evil is getting much. I have to offer sacrifice so that the spirit of the land will fight and wipe away the evil in the struggle for us to continue. Please, that sacrifice that I offered during the time that MNK disappeared and we continue fighting, I offered sacrifice. I pledged sacrifice. If you are my ardent followers, then you know that I made it open that I will offer sacrifice. And what happened after the sacrifice was magnificent. I will redo the sacrifice again. Evil will never reign over good, please. The National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, has informed me I know what the rule of law means. The rule of law safeguards our democratic credential, morals, and values. We must respect the rule of law. The President noted that the ambassadors of priorities, including ICT, agriculture, and education, will directly impact the country's development. Nigeria is undergoing a series of necessary reforms to stimulate growth. Do you know, series of necessary reform? When they write it this, you will not understand. Nigeria is going series of necessary reform in the sense that they want Islamic to be in every room, thereby killing the innocent citizens to implant Islam. That is what they are meaning. If you don't understand what they are talking about to you, when you hear a series of necessary reforms to impact their nonsense, you will believe that these people are somehow doing something. Thank you also for the humanitarian support in the Northeast. I believe that we can work together, he added. The ambassador of Finland extolled the president for his courage in initiating reforms that will benefit the economy and ensure priority in the future. Finland, the ancestors of Biafra will continue to curse you. You people are demons. Finland, you are demons, and therefore evil whom you bestow you, so far you support evil, you are going to be destroyed. The same way Britain is being destroyed today because you stand against the children of light. You stand against the principle of humanity, which stands for freedom. The same freedom that you fought for from Russia, that same freedom you stand against. You are fighting against the children of light so that we will be trapped in Nigeria, being killed. We are scattered all over the world. It doesn't bother you people. You call yourself, oh, freedom country. You will be cursed and cursed forever. Because you people are evil. You people are evil. Let us go, please. Somehow, Elohim Chukwukabiyama, the creator of heaven and earth, you help us. I'm not man. Because the plan to exterminate the children of light are much. The plan to exterminate us are much. The plan to exterminate the children of light are much. The ambassador of faith, okay. Simon Ekpa have been hindering bilateral relations. The cooperation between our two countries is going very well. This is Finland ambassador is telling Nigerian president that Simon Ekpa is hindering the bilateral agreement between Finland and Nigeria. Do you see what I'm talking about? Most of you people are demons. You claim that you want freedom, but you are a demon. When this thing came, some of you are insulting me. Some of you are bantering, talking rubbish, something that you don't know. You don't know anything. I'm a spiritualist. But most of you will talk rubbish. And don't deny, oh, I am innocent. And I will block most of you. I will block most of you. Because most of you, when someone is busy talking, you will come to fight against it. You will say, oh, I am angry. Why are you talking like this? Because you are stupid and you are daft. It is well. Only God will have mercy on us. Because even the people that you are leading are very stupid, so shameful, that they even have power to fight things of spirituality. They have power to fight against things of spirituality. Most of them will claim now, oh, we don't know, but you don't know. You know I'm a spiritualist. I tell you what is going to happen. You are there fighting over it. You are there talking rubbish. Most of them even wanted me to tell them what I see. After talking, bantering, fighting, talking rubbish. It is well. The cooperation between our two countries is going very well now. Did you hear? This is Finland ambassador speaking to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And someone is telling you, oh, Prime Minister is going to be released at the end of the month. So as to assume power, so as to grab power. Someone is there lying to you. You are shameless. Because most of you will regret the actions that you are taking now. Most of you will regret the action. And I am a man orange juice. That does not mean change is still coming. I will stop there, Jerry. Change is still coming. Because what I see is what I will relate to you. I will reserve that because there are things that will happen. It will marvel you. But when it starts, I will confirm that the things that was shown to me are confirmed. If you want me to tell you, it will be in agreement. Because me, I have been given prophecies that are going to happen in this very struggle. None have fallen aside. Show me that particular one that you have never confirmed. When you never know that Asari Dokubo is going to come, how many of you followed me when I said I saw people being trained on Niger Delta? They are going to be in our streets, killing innocent people, killing people, bombing and wrecking. How many of you followed me then? One of it is that some people keep record very fresh. when it starts happening, they will remind me, so time we release the prophecy. Why most will come? Oh, we just want to hear what he's saying. When I release and their pastor release, they will say, oh, my pastor's son is this thing. This is the gift that I have been given. Show me that thing that I have said that doesn't come to pass. Show me. Did you know why I said if that one that I prophesied about Trump doesn't happen? Because I saw it clearly. But the interpretation of when it will happen was very wrong to me. I saw it. That was the reason why I said, if it doesn't happen, stone me to death. How many of you will say it? How many of you? Luke, please let us read again. Simon Ekpa have been hindering bilateral relations. The cooperation between our two countries is going very well now, and the National Security Advisor have been providing all the evidence, the ambassador noted. This is Finnish ambassador telling you that Nigerian national district is providing evidence to Finland for the prosecution of Mazi Simon Ekpa. He is telling Tulumbu that Nigeria is providing, that is Nuhu Ribadu, is providing all the necessary evidence they needed to try Mazi Simon Ekpa. I salute you for all your ongoing reforms in the country. They are not easy, even though it is painful. It is the only way Nigeria can progress. It is essential for the country. This is Finland telling Nigeria, Finland has been involved in peace mediation as well. We also have opportunities for Nigeria in energy. We can work and make it realizable dream, she stated. Ejirina, our Prime Minister, were by chess. That is because most of you had to act on the truth, on prophecy. Did it appear? Did it appear clearly? It appeared clearly. Did you know what they use? They want to pipe gas from Nigeria to Finland. Is this 60 years free gas? On here, our Prime Minister Weber. I heard when this Okelekuku Nda Sejurono, most of you following them are going to regret your stand. Me and you is here. We are not going anywhere. Me and you, we dey here. We know they go anywhere. Our church are going mine. Mazi Simon Ekpa is in the Finnish prison. Not Finnish prison. People need to hear the truth. Mazi Simon Ekpa is in Finnish prison. Hajia Weber chess. I heard when Akparawa was saying, oh, our Prime Minister is in high spirit. Nkana Maria said, yes, oh yes. He was even doing training, gymming, keeping fit. We need to pray. And we believe that our Prime Minister will rejoin us very soon. We believe that. But these beliefs need to be accompanied with strong spiritual services. Most of you people, if every native doctor can come out, let us use that power that we project to people. Most of you, I have projected power for you to get work. Most of you, I have projected power for you to get documents. Most of you, I have projected power which work, realizable power to most of you, and it worked. I'm not saying because ever since I started doing prayer, humans are different. I have achieved 90% of my projection, or should I say 85% of my projection in spiritual witchcraft. I have achieved it. You know, when you hear witchcraft, you will say, oh, evil, it is evil. No. There are evil ones. There are evil ones. It is that power. If I begin to express to you how this power works, most of you will never believe. They are dark and dark powers. But we must continue. Freedom is what we all needed. And we must realize freedom. We must get freedom. It is essential. Ebe a na-agba n'igwe ebe agịrị maka a na-ala n'iyi. Otu ọkpọ ahụ eti ala. Onye mara ụzọ nna ya amara n'ụzọ ndị ichie. Onye nna ya dunyere ohi bụ ọkpa ka o ji agbawa ụzọ. Iyi ahụ eri ọba, ike ahụ atụ mbe. We must get our freedom. I want to let you know, if you need your freedom, follow someone who is telling you something about your freedom, not someone who is updating to you, oh, power, for power grabbing. You will never go anywhere with that person. Write today's date down. Come back in the future. I am one of the oldest freedom fighter here. Oldest among all this. I am one of the oldest freedom fighter. And I will tell you the truth. Most of you are going to end up like DDoS. Most of you, in time coming, will turn to Nigeria as Federal Republic of Nigeria, no longer zoo, that is perpetrating evil against your own people. Most of you don't know that even Sharia, you are crying about the Sharia in the southwest. Sharia will be planted in Ali. Bet me. Bet me. Doubt me at your own peril. Sharia is coming in Ali. Sharia, very soon, will be in Ali. Just doubt me at your own peril.
This is the end of our news update. Please click the icon on the top right corner of your screen to watch my next video. You will enjoy it. I will see you again in my next update. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.